And I think there's something very similar to the story of the Emperor's New Clothes, where, I don't know if you know the story, I will briefly summarize it, that there was an emperor, and the emperor wanted new clothes, and he heard about this, what are they called? Seamstress, or a tailor, because I think it was a male in the original story, who sewed the most beautiful clothes out of golden thread. And he called the tailor to his court and said, "You make me the most beautiful clothes that have ever been, so that people might admire me and love me more so," or something like that. So the tailor said, "All right, well, I will need golden thread, I will need money, I will need jewels, I will need lots of material, I will need everything, just gimme, gimme, gimme." And then he went off to sew and create and tailor the most beautiful clothes anyone had ever seen, so the emperor could be admired. And he took so long, and he kept going, and the emperor kept sending his servants off to check on the tailor, and they'd see him in his sewing room tailoring away. And then one day he came to the palace and said, "The clothes are done." And he presented a box that was empty. And at first the emperor was about to say, "Where are my clothes?" But the tailor said, "Right, I must explain that these clothes are made of the finest threads that are so fine, they're invisible to anyone who is not of the highest caliber of person. Anyone who can't see them is a mere peasant who doesn't deserve to live." I think I might be making some of this up, but it's kind of like that. And of course the emperor, he was about to say something. He said, well, of course I can see it. Oh, they're beautiful, the finest clothes I've ever seen. And the emperor said, "Is everybody in this court of the caliber to see the clothes?" And everybody, of course, said, yes, we see them, they're awesome, they're amazing." And the tailor said, "Let me dress you with them." "Let's take off your other clothes." So he was stripped down to his underwear. Lucky, I don't think the tailor made underwear to match the outfit, so at least he had his underwear on. So he then adorned the emperor with the invisible clothes, because really they weren't even there. Like, the tailor was an actual trickster. And he just went, "Right, I'm going to take all this money and all these fine threads and gold and silks and everything, and I'm going to vamoose after my little trick." So then the emperor said, "Right, we must have a parade to show off my finest clothes, and everybody will love me." And meanwhile, while they're having the parade anyway, the tailor does take all his stuff, all his money, and off he goes. He runs away very far, because at some point he might get caught out. And so everyone has been told, "Ooh, make sure you say you can see the clothes, because otherwise you're a lowly peasant. Only the people of the highest caliber can see these clothes. So just say you can see them. Don't get in trouble." So down he goes, parading in his underwear, and he's putting his arms up and he's showing everybody his fine clothes, and everybody is applauding and cheering. And then a little boy goes, "But he's not wearing anything." He's got nothing on, just his knickers. And the whole crowd just goes quiet, because they can't see anything but the emperor in his knickers too. Okay, that is the general gist of the storyline. I may have adjusted it somewhat, because I haven't actually heard or read it for, I don't know, probably a few decades. But that is basically it. And that is where I think we are in the world, is there's a lot of people walking around in their knickers, and we're meant to believe that they're wearing the finest clothes, and if we say something, we are lowly and non-deserving. And that is the problem. There is all these people walking around in their knickers. We need to point it out. We all need to be that little boy who says, but he's not wearing anything. Can we start doing that? Because there's so much going on in our world that is like that, and we're all just not speaking up. Although, no, there are people, there's a lot of really good, brave, courageous people who are speaking up. But you know what? We need everyone to. And it does come down to just be brave and know in your true core self that you deserve better, and you don't deserve to be caught up in a debacle of lies and illusion and delusions. We're all here to have our greatest life experience, and that is everyone, not just the emperors walking around in their knickers, but everyone.